So what is gesso and what is it used for in art, and do you really need it? It looks like white acrylic paint, but it acts a little differently. It's made of some kind of a whiting like chalk or plaster or gypsum mixed with glue. It's used to prime surfaces like a raw canvas or wood or cardboard for painting, but you do not need it for store-bought canvases. They usually come pre-primed. Gesso adds tooth for the paints to stick to, makes them glide better, stiffens the canvas and prevents the paints from soaking into the surface and makes your painting last longer. Wipe off any oils from the surface, and if you're painting on a smooth, hard or shiny surface like plastic, you'll also want to sand it to create some texture for the gesso to stick to. If you're reusing an old painting with thick paint layers, you can also carve them off with an old knife. If you don't want a white background as a starting point for your painting, you can mix the white gesso with acrylic paints and tint it any color you want. You can use acrylic gesso as a base for both acrylic and oil paintings, but if you're painting with oils, you cannot mix them with the acrylic gesso. You can dilute gesso with water, but you don't have to. You could just use it straight from the bottle. You can use a sponge brush for a smooth surface or just a big flat brush to apply the gesso. I usually do 2 coats with some drying time in between. 24 hours is recommended. Now, if you want to prime something like wood and you want the wood pattern to show through as the background of your painting, you obviously can't use white gesso, but you can buy clear gesso instead. It does look white in the bottle, but it dries clear and otherwise does the same thing that white gesso does. But if you can't or don't want to buy gesso ready-made, you can also find recipes online of how to make gesso yourself using, for example, water, glue, cornstarch or chalk, and white acrylic paint. And there are recipes for clear gesso as well. Do you absolutely need to prime all surfaces before painting? Well, it depends on the style and longevity of the painting you're going for. I have a playlist of videos comparing painting on different types of primed and unprimed surfaces, from cardboard to wood to clay. Gesso might also do the trick if you have a loose canvas, which I accidentally found out in this video. See you there!